Hello everyone, Kaylee here. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. As you can tell from the title, it's going to be 23 life lessons I've learned in 23 years of my life. I have my notebook right here, so I'm going to read it off of here. I'll have it on the screen as well. And disclaimer, I'm not professional. These are just my opinions and thoughts. You are valid for your thoughts and opinions, so no hate. If you do comment any hate, I will block you. So let's just get right onto the video with number one. That is going to be to be in the moment is to use all of your senses with no distractions. It's as simple as that. At least for me, that's how it works. For the longest time, I've asked myself, what does actually being in the moment mean? Like, what do people mean when they say, live in the moment, be in the moment? And for me, I finally figured that out as using all your senses with no distractions. Number two, before I actually read this, I just want to comment and say I found this from the book Badass. I forgot who the author was, but I read that book and I came upon this, and that is what ultimately just validated my reason to go into the military and validate my reason for changing my number one job that I wanted. So with that being said, number two is fear lives in the future. The feeling of being afraid is real, but the fear itself is all made up because it hasn't even happened yet. I'll read that again. The fear itself is all made up because it hasn't even happened yet. How can you fear something and be afraid to do something if you haven't even tried it yet? Yes, being afraid to do something because what the outcome may be is real, but if you haven't even done it yet, you can't fear it. And that just clicked in my head, and I'm like, you're not living if you're not doing what scares you. In my life, I've only feared my life 2 times, and I know for a fact I will never be doing those actions again. So that's what I mean by you can't be scared if you haven't even done it yet. Going along with that, still number 2, fear is all about how you choose to look at things. So by changing your perspective on it, you can let the fear of not doing the thing you're scared of fuel your quest to greatness. Let that sink in for a minute. Think about that. Pretty self-explanatory from there on out. So number 3 is you're only in control of your actions. Common sense, we all know this, yet we don't really remind ourselves every day that we're only in control of our actions. Nothing else, because we think we're in control of other things, but we're not. Number 4, limit what you tell people. Keep it small talk. Do not overshare. There's so many reasons for this. People can cause drama, and also not everyone needs to know your business. And I mean family members too. Anyone in your life, they do not need to know all of your business. They don't. They really don't. You can tell people that you truly want to tell, but that's up to you. Number 5 would be sometimes you have to be selfish, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just learn when not to be selfish. So for me, I've pretty much been told my whole life that I'm selfish, and I just came to realization that I am, but it's because that's all I've really known. I've been by myself like my whole life, so I have to be selfish to get what I want, and I'm not gonna let people take advantage of me, because if I'm not selfish, people will take advantage of me. People have tried to take advantage of me. So that's kind of where the selfishness comes in. And honestly, I don't see anything wrong with being selfish, because you do you. It's your life, but also to a certain extent, don't be too overly selfish. Number 6 would be do not take any shortcuts in life unless you are willing to pay the price. Number 7, happiness is being content on where you are in life. It's not a feeling. So I wrote it's not a feeling because the feeling that we long to have for happiness isn't real. Now, happiness is a feeling when you're smiling and giggling and having fun, but that's just for a short moment. Being happy long term is being content with where you are in life. That's what happiness is. Number 8, always do what you love, and to find that love, try new things out. Try new things. Self-explanatory. I love to do multiple things. So I do multiple things. Now trying to balance them all is kind of hard, but I'm learning. Number 9, have an open mind on perspectives. That's a good one too, because if you are just one-minded and not open to other perspectives, you're not really gonna get anywhere in life. And I have come across these kind of people like my whole life and like being alone and all. And if you don't have a perspective of being in someone else's shoes, then I don't even know what else to say to that, because you're just always gonna think you're right, and there's not necessarily a right or wrong way to everything. So that's the best way I can explain that. Number 10, follow your instinct and do not overthink it. Basically, follow your gut feeling. Don't overthink it. That is a huge one, because there are so many times that if I would have just listened to my gut feeling, I wouldn't have been in the situations that I was in. Number 11, you do not need others' validation on thoughts or opinions. And I'm talking to myself when I say that too, because I still feel like I need validation from others, but in reality you don't. In reality I don't, because you are by yourself by the end of the day, and the number one person you listen to is yourself, right? You judge yourself, you criticize yourself, all of that, thoughts and opinions. So why get validation from others when you don't really need it? Like, I don't know what else to say to that, because to me it's kind of self-explanatory. It's just something you have to learn in life. I just feel like anytime I've gotten validation from others, it never made me feel good. So I stopped getting validation from others. And that means even just having validation in texting someone, having validation in just having someone by your side. You don't always need that. Number 12, set boundaries for yourself and everyone in your life. This is definitely a huge one that I'm going to start doing starting today, because I'm 23, almost 24, and I need to have those boundaries. I cannot keep living the way I'm living. That's another reason why I'm joining the military, because I want to do better. I want to learn and grow and actually live my own life for me and only me, because at the end of the day, I have to take care of myself. No one else is taking care of me but me. So that's that. Number 13, have no expectations. Self-explanatory. If you have expectations, you're going to be let down if it's not met. Number 14, I should have put this one as like number 1, because I live by this. Like, still to this day, and probably the rest of my life, I live by this. You can always make money, but you can never make time. So be careful with how you spend your time. I know I'm going into the military, so that kind of counteracts this saying, because I will basically be living a 9-to-5, right? But keep in mind, by the time when I get out of the military, when or if I get out after my 6-year contract, I will be living the life I want. I guarantee you. I'll be living probably 80% of the life that I want to live just by the time I get to my base. I don't even have to manifest it or even do like the actions, because me just going into basic military training, going to tech school and all of that, I will be where I want to be. Now, I wish I didn't have to join the military necessarily to be where I want to be. This opportunity, joining the military, is one of a kind and such a great opportunity to be in. So I'm taking advantage of that. And why not take advantage of the government when you can, right? Number 15, stay curious about what media you consume. music, movies, art. Learn more about their backstory. It helps in convos. This is a big one because we consume so much social media and it's toxic for us. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I'm going to make another video on social media and I don't want to overshare in this video. Number 16, sometimes it's good to not always have your headphones in. It's good to listen to your surroundings, the ambience of peace. So for me personally, if I ever go on a walk, run, whatever, outside, I can never have my headphones in, or if I do, it's just like one earphone, because it's just a safety thing for me. And plus I like to listen like to the outside noise. It's nice, it's peaceful, and you know if something's coming because then you can hear it. Where if you have headphones in, you can't hear it and something could happen. So that's why I don't always just have my headphones. I just walk, you know? And you're not always gonna have music anyway, so why not just enjoy being in the moment? Because music can be a distraction. So with that being said, number 17, life is not a competition. Self-explanatory. Shouldn't be a competition. It isn't. Number 18, never give up. Like me doing YouTube, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not. I've always loved making videos no matter what it is, and I'm gonna continue to do better. And when I get to like my base, I'll be able to buy a drone and make cinematic videos that I've always wanted to do. You don't need all the equipment just to make a video. Number 19, this is a self-explanatory one, but I'm kind of speechless on this because it's a controversial topic, and that's social media is just a highlight reel. It's not reality. And I really hope people are realizing that. I know a lot more people are starting to come to realization that social media is fake. Social media is just a highlight reel. It's not real. And I'm glad, but for those people that don't know, I hope they come to realization soon. Number 20, never beg anyone to be in your life. Anyone. And I mean anyone. Don't let anyone stay if they don't want to stay. You do not need to beg anyone to stay in your life. So, number 21, everything you buy from stores is toxic. Again, that's kind of a controversial topic, so stay tuned for my next video. Number 22, before dating, you need to have your shit together. I think even though I've only been in like one real relationship, I learned pretty quickly, I'm like, I don't have any of my shit together, and I want to have my shit together before I actually start dating anyone. And last but not least, number 23, slow progress is still progress. That one small task that you completed, it still got done. It's slow, as long as it's increasing, right? Progress is still progress. So celebrate. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.